Every 18 seconds, a man over 60 dies from complications that started with warning signs he completely ignored. Not because he didn't notice them, because he thought they were normal. But here's what most men don't know. Your body sends 7 specific distress signals before it reaches the point of no return. And if you catch them early, almost everything is reversible. I'm Dr. Avery, and I've spent over a decade working with men over 60 who thought they were watching normal aging happen to their bodies. But what I've discovered is that most men can't tell the difference between natural aging and accelerated shutdown. There's a massive gap between how your body should age and how fast it's actually declining. And that gap is where your life gets stolen from you. Now, the men who understand these 7 signs are thriving in their 70s. But for the ones who miss them, they're dependent, medicated, and declining fast by their late 60s. And here's something fascinating. The difference isn't genetics, money, or luck. It's awareness. Your body is screaming at you right now. The question is whether you're listening. The first sign is one that most men explain away until it's too late. Rapid, unexplained weight loss. Not the kind where you're trying to lose weight. I'm talking about dropping pounds without changing your diet, your activity, or anything else. You step on the scale and you're down 10, 15, 20 pounds over a few months. And you think, well, that's good, right? No, it's not good. It's terrifying. Unintentional weight loss in older men is one of the strongest predictors of mortality. Studies show that losing more than 5% of your body weight without trying is linked to significantly higher death rates within the next few years. Your body doesn't just shed weight randomly, it does it because something fundamental is breaking down. Here's what's actually happening. You're losing muscle mass at an accelerated rate. Your body is cannibalizing itself for energy because something in your metabolic system has gone wrong. Maybe it's cancer, maybe it's thyroid dysfunction, maybe it's undiagnosed diabetes or a chronic infection. Whatever it is, your body is eating itself to survive. And time is not on your side. I've seen this pattern on forums where men celebrate losing weight without trying, calling it a silver lining of getting older. 6 months later, they're posting about new diagnoses, hospital stays, and trying to regain strength they'll never fully get back. And as your body burns through its reserves, the second sign emerges in a way that most men dismiss as just being tired. Constant fatigue and weakness that doesn't respond to rest. You sleep 8 hours and wake up exhausted. Simple tasks leave you drained for the rest of the day. You feel like you're moving through water and no amount of coffee or willpower can shake it. This isn't getting older. This is your cellular energy production collapsing. Your mitochondria, the power plants in every cell, are failing. And when your cells can't produce energy efficiently, your entire body starts running on fumes. But there's something deeper happening here that connects directly to that unexplained weight loss. Your body is in a catabolic state. It's breaking down faster than it's building up. Every system that requires energy, your brain, your heart, your muscles, your immune system, is getting starved. And the fatigue you're feeling isn't just tiredness. It's your body screaming that it doesn't have the resources to keep you alive much longer at this rate. The research shows that persistent fatigue in older adults is linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and early death. Your body isn't resting when you're this tired. It's failing. Now when your energy collapses and your body starts cannibalizing itself, the third sign becomes impossible to ignore. Severe muscle loss that changes how your body looks and functions. Your arms look thinner. Your legs feel weak. You notice loose skin where muscle used to be? Getting up from a chair requires effort. Your strength isn't just declining, it's evaporating. This is sarcopenia in overdrive, and it's one of the most dangerous conditions facing older men. You're not just losing the ability to lift things or move around easily. You're losing the metabolic tissue that regulates your blood sugar, protects your bones, and keeps your entire system functioning. Here's what makes this so deadly. Muscle loss accelerates all the other signs. Less muscle means worse metabolism, which means more fatigue, which means less activity, which means more muscle loss. It's a death spiral, and most men don't realize they're in it until they're too weak to climb out. Studies show that men who lose significant muscle mass after 60 have dramatically higher rates of falls, fractures, hospitalization, and mortality. Your muscles aren't just for movement. They're for survival. And when they disappear, everything else falls apart faster. And as your muscles waste away and your energy crashes, your cardiovascular system starts revealing the fourth sign in a way that should terrify you: shortness of breath at rest. You're sitting on the couch and you feel like you can't get enough air. You're breathing harder than you should be doing nothing. Walking from your car to your front door leaves you winded. Most men blame this on being out of shape or just aging lungs. But shortness of breath when you're not exerting yourself is a massive red flag. It means either your heart is failing to pump blood efficiently, your lungs are damaged, or your blood isn't carrying oxygen properly. None of these are minor issues. The medical research is clear: a dyspnea at rest, especially in older adults, is strongly associated with heart failure, pulmonary disease, and significantly reduced life expectancy. Your body needs oxygen to survive, and when you can't get enough just sitting still, your organs are being slowly suffocated. And here's the connection to everything else. When your tissues aren't getting oxygen, they can't produce energy. That's why the fatigue is so profound. That's why your muscles are wasting. Your body is shutting down because it literally can't breathe life into your cells anymore. Now, stop right here and be honest with yourself. Which of these first four signs are you experiencing? Unexplained weight loss, constant exhaustion, muscle disappearing, breathing problems? Drop a comment, because acknowledging this could save your life. Now, when your cardiovascular system starts failing and your tissues aren't getting adequate blood flow, the fifth sign appears in a way that most men ignore until it's severe: swelling in your legs, ankles, or feet. Your shoes feel tight by the end of the day. Your socks leave deep indentations. You press your shin, and the dent stays there for seconds. You think this is just fluid retention or standing too long. It's not. This is edema, and it's a sign that your heart isn't pumping blood effectively anymore. When your heart can't circulate blood properly, fluid backs up into your extremities. It pools in your legs because gravity and failing circulation create the perfect storm. But edema isn't just about your heart. It can also signal kidney failure, liver disease, or severe protein deficiency from malnutrition. Any of these conditions can kill you, and swelling is your body's way of waving a red flag that critical organs are failing. The research shows that peripheral edema in older adults is associated with significantly higher mortality rates and is often a late-stage sign of conditions that should have been caught earlier. By the time you're noticing the swelling, the underlying problem has usually been developing for months or years. And here's how this connects to the bigger picture. That muscle loss we talked about? Your muscles help pump blood back to your heart. When they waste away, circulation gets worse. The fatigue makes you more sedentary, which makes circulation worse. The shortness of breath means less oxygen to tissues, which causes more fluid buildup. Everything is connected, and everything is accelerating your decline. And as your body struggles with circulation, energy, and muscle loss, the sixth sign emerges in a way that steals your vitality from the inside out: loss of appetite and trouble eating. Food doesn't taste good anymore. You're never really hungry. Eating feels like a chore. Maybe swallowing has become difficult, or you feel full after just a few bites. Most men shrug this off, thinking their metabolism is just slowing down. But loss of appetite in older men is a critical warning sign of serious illness. It's linked to depression, organ failure, cancer, and accelerated decline across every health metric. Here's what's really happening. Your body is losing interest in fuel because it's losing the ability to use that fuel efficiently. Remember that metabolic collapse we talked about? This is the next stage. Your digestive system is slowing down. Your sense of taste and smell are declining. Your body's hunger signals are breaking down. And when you stop eating properly, everything accelerates. You lose more muscle, your energy crashes further, your immune system weakens, your brain starts starving. Studies show that older adults with poor appetite have significantly higher mortality rates and faster progression of almost every age-related disease. The vicious cycle completes itself. You're tired, so you don't feel like eating. You don't eat, so you have no energy. You have no energy, so your muscles waste. Your muscles waste, so your metabolism crashes. And around it goes until your body completely shuts down. And now the seventh and final sign, the one that reveals just how far the shutdown has progressed: frequent confusion, memory loss, or personality changes. You're forgetting important things regularly. You get disoriented in familiar places. Your family notices you're not acting like yourself. Maybe more irritable, withdrawn, or emotionally flat. Most men and their families dismiss this as senior moments or just getting old. But significant cognitive and personality changes in your 60s are not normal aging. They're signs that your brain is being damaged, and the causes are often the same things driving all the other signs we've discussed. Here's the brutal truth. Your brain needs three things to function: oxygen, glucose, and blood flow. When your heart is failing and you're short of breath, your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. When you're not eating and your metabolism is crashed, your brain isn't getting glucose. When your circulation is failing and you have edema, your brain isn't getting adequate blood flow. Cognitive decline is often the final domino in a cascade of system failures. And the research shows that once cognitive decline reaches a certain severity, it's incredibly difficult to reverse. Early intervention is everything. Now, here's what connects all 7 of these signs into one coherent picture. They're all manifestations of your body's inability to maintain itself. Your cells can't produce energy. Your tissues can't repair damage. Your organs can't perform their functions. Your body isn't aging, it's actively dying, one system at a time. But here's what you need to understand. There are natural, proven ways to reverse and prevent almost all of this. And I'm going to show you exactly how in just a moment. Because while these 7 signs are serious, they're not a death sentence if you act now. Before we get to the solution, I need you to answer honestly. How many of these 7 signs are you experiencing right now? And are you ready to do something about it before it's too late? Let me know in the comments. So, here's what you need to do immediately. First, get comprehensive blood work done. Complete metabolic panel, thyroid function, vitamin D, B12, testosterone, inflammatory markers. Most of these signs have treatable underlying causes, but you have to identify them. Second, you need to eat protein at every single meal. Your body is cannibalizing muscle because it's not getting enough protein to maintain itself. Aim for at least 30 grams of protein 3 times a day, minimum. Third, resistance training is non-negotiable. Your muscles won't rebuild themselves. You have to force them to adapt through progressive resistance. Even light weights done consistently can reverse sarcopenia. Fourth, get your cardiovascular system working again. Walking, cycling, swimming. Anything that gets your heart rate up and your lungs working. Start slow if you need to, but start today. Fifth, address your sleep aggressively. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is when your body repairs itself. Without it, nothing else matters. And sixth, stay socially and mentally engaged. Isolation and mental stagnation accelerate every one of these signs. Your brain needs stimulation and your body needs purpose. Now, what I just shared is just the surface. Over the past decade, I've sat with hundreds of men over 60, interviewed them, studied them, treated them, and I've discovered something fascinating. The men who retain their strength, vitality, and masculinity well beyond their 60s are doing things very differently than everyone else. They're not just lucky. They're not just genetically blessed. They're following specific protocols that most men never discover. And I've documented everything I've learned inside the Senior Men Vitality Playbook, the complete system for reversing decline and rebuilding your body even after 60. This isn't theory or generic advice. This is the exact blueprint that men are using right now to reverse these 7 signs and reclaim their lives. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. And if you love this video, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now. I'm going to keep sharing the strategies that separate men who thrive from men who fade. I am Dr. Avery, and here are my final words to you today. Your body isn't shutting down because it has to. It's shutting down because you're letting it. These 7 signs aren't inevitable. They're reversible. But only if you act now before the window closes forever. The men who make it to 80, strong, sharp, and independent, aren't the lucky ones. They're the ones who caught these signs early and refused to surrender. Be one of those men. And don't forget to check the link in the pinned comment and the description. It'll help you to keep dominating even past your 60s. Bye, and I'll see you on the next one.